Good morning, students. This chapter is for the students of political science in class 11th. Last time we discussed that about the legislature, and I told you that the legislature of India has two houses. One is Lok Sabha and another is Rajya Sabha. Today we will discuss why India has two houses. In fact, India is a large state and it is the seventh largest country in the world. With such large area, and you know well that we have so many states in India, and due to this, we have vast culture also. There is variation in culture, languages, and so many other things like dresses, food, etc. So we have to maintain all these cultures, all this variation. Seeing this, the requirements in the nation are also very large. And there are so many other reasons. Due to that, India has to manage it well. So, these variations cannot be managed by only one house. Secondly, if one house passes any law hurriedly, the second house can check it. In this way, it saves the nation from any mistake. That's why we have two houses in our nation. In our states also, means in regional areas like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, these are states. India is a nation, and the provincial states, which we normally call states. In states also, there are two houses. You see in the map that Bihar, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, and Maharashtra. These are the states where state legislature has two houses. Though you see in the map, Jammu Kashmir also has two houses, but in current scenario, Jammu Kashmir has been divided into three parts. That's why there is no provision of two houses in Jammu Kashmir. That's why it has not been mentioned in this slide. So you see well that these states, because these states are very large, and that is why there is need of two houses in these states. States like Goa, Haryana, etc. Because these states are small, so no two house provision is there. Now we see what are the functions of the parliament. The first function is legislative. The parliament enacts legislations for the country. The actual task of drafting the bill is performed by the bureaucracy under the supervision of the minister concerned. No major bill is introduced in the parliament without the approval of the cabinet. Members other than ministers can also introduce bills, but these have no chance of being passed without the support of the parliament or the government. The second function of the parliament is to control the executive and ensuring its accountability. Because the majority power rules over the nation, majority party rules over the nation, and the member of executive are members of the ruling party. So there are chances of being dictator. So the most function of parliament is to ensure that the executive does not overstep its authority and remain responsible to the people who have elected them. That's why The members of legislative ask questions time to time in the parliament from executive, and in this way it protects the government to be dictator. Third is financial power. You know well, government cannot spend or earn even a single penny without the permission of the parliament. It means if government has to spend some money over some requirement, then they have to take permission from the parliament in this way. In same way, if government wants to impose some tax or increase tax or want to bring change in the tax, so they have to take permission from the parliament. All the financial activities are under the control of parliament. Next is representation. Parliament represents the divergent views of members from different regional, social, economic, religious group of different parts of the country. Next is debating function. The parliament is the highest forum of debate in the country. There is no limitation on its power of discussion. Members are free to speak on any matter without fear. This makes it possible for the parliament to analyze any or every issue that faces the nation. Next is constituent function. That means the parliament has the power of discussing and enacting changes to the constitution. The constituent powers of both the houses, means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, are similar. All constitutional amendments have to be approved by a special majority of both houses. Next, judicial function. The judicial functions of the parliament include considering the proposal for removal of the president, the vice president, and the judges of high courts and the Supreme Court. So, these are the major functions of parliament. Except this, there is electoral function of the parliament also. It performs some electoral function. It elects the president and the vice president of nation. Now, the main function, as we have discussed, main function of the parliament is to make laws for the nation. Actually, in previous form means before becoming a law, any draft that government wants to introduce in the parliament, that is called bill. If government plans to bring some law or introduce some law in the nation before becoming a law, it is called bill. There are two types of bills. One, ordinary bill, and second is money bill or the financial bill. Ordinary bill can be introduced in any house, either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. An ordinary bill can be introduced first in any of the house, either in Rajya Sabha or in Lok Sabha. But money bill. Now, what is money bill? First, we should know what is money bill. Money bill, actually, if government wants to spend some money or wants to earn some money, so it will have to take permission from the parliament. As earlier I told you, so that the matter concerned with money, that is known as money bill or the financial bill. Let me clear you. Money bill is first introduced in Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha first. First it will be passed by Lok Sabha and then it will go to Rajya Sabha. But it is not so with the ordinary bill. Now, how does Parliament make law? As I told you that before becoming a law, it is called bill. So, for becoming a law, a bill has to pass through three steps. These three steps are called three reading. First reading, second reading, and the third reading. In first reading, the concerned member who is introducing the bill, he introduces the bill in the House. If it is an ordinary bill, then it can be introduced in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. But if it is money bill, it will be first introduced in the Lok Sabha. So, the person or the minister, he will introduce the bill in the House and he will mention why this bill is necessary to be introduced and why does government want to form law over the issue. If there is any law already in existence, then why did government feel the requirement of introducing this bill? In this way, the House considers the bill and then bill is handed over to a committee. The committee examines whether there is requirement of the bill and they study the technical issues over the bill. Like if the bill is according to rules or according to constitution, does it violate any rule of the constitution? And if it happens, then the suggestions are given to the cabinet committee. But if committee says that there is no objection over the bill, then the bill goes for the second reading. In second reading, the debate take place in the House. Debate means the ruling party members will speak in favor of the bill, while if the opposition has objection over the bill or they see the loopholes in the bill, they criticize the bill, they criticize the government and attract attention of government towards the weakness of the bill. Opposition can suggest the government or the ministers, but it depends on the House whether they accept it or not. But generally, government accept the suggestions of the opposition. After second reading, there is the step of third reading. In third reading, the voting take place over the bill. It means the members of the House will vote either in favor or against the bill. If the bill gets majority or support of more than the 50% members, then bill is considered pass. In some bills, there is provision of special majority. Special majority means two-third majority. But it depends on the bill, what type of bill it is. So if the bill is passed by the one house, then it goes to the second house. If bill was first introduced in Lok Sabha, then it will go to Rajya Sabha, and if the bill was first introduced in Rajya Sabha, then it will go to Lok Sabha. In second house, the bill has to pass again through three readings. The first reading, second reading, and the third reading. But after introduction in the second house, it is not handed over to the committee for consideration. These three readings again take place in the Rajya Sabha or the second house. And if the second house passes the bill, then the bill is sent to the president. But here is some problem. Can second house raise objection over the bill? Then answer is yes. They will show their concern over the bill. But the ordinary bill can be kept by the Rajya Sabha for 1 month. But if it is the money bill, then Rajya Sabha cannot keep it for more than 14 days. If Rajya Sabha if Rajya Sabha does not return the bill within the required period. For money bill, it is 14 days. For ordinary bill, it is 1 month. In this way, if the Rajya Sabha does not return the bill, then Lok Sabha consider that Rajya Sabha or the second house has no objection over the bill. But if Rajya Sabha gives some suggestions to Lok Sabha, then it depends on Lok Sabha whether it accepts those suggestions or not. Now the bill goes to the president. After passing in the both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then bill goes to the president. President signs the bill and the bill becomes a law. But here is a question. Can president objects over the bill? Then answer is yes. What happens if the president refuses to sign? If president has some doubt over the bill, he can send the bill back to the parliament for reconsideration. But before this, the president takes suggestions from the constitution experts. President can take opinion of the Supreme Court also. But still, if there is some objection or something is not clear to the president, president can send it back to the parliament for reconsideration. Then the house of the parliament will discuss over the matter, and if the bill is passed again, then the president will have to sign the bill. Many times, in such conditions, joint session of the parliament is also called, as the ruling party is in majority, and in joint session the bill is passed easily, so the president will have to sign the bill, and after signature or consent of the president, then it becomes a law. Now, what if there is dispute on bill between the two houses? As I told you, a joint session is called of the both houses, and in this way the bill passes in the joint session. Then bill goes to the president, and president will have to sign the bill, and the bill become a law. So now I think you have understood the topic and it is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Now there is some homework for you. You have to study in your textbook and prepare notes over this topic. Thank you.